Hey guys, I'm back again. Today we're gonna start the topic 5, which will be the first grade for the last quarter. This is the fourth quarter now, and this has to do with surface area of prisms and cylinders. Okay, so we did volume before, and now we're going to do surface area. And surface area, it's a lot different than volume. Okay, so you need to pay close attention to this topic. And I have an easy way to explain it to you to show you what surface area is. Okay, since we're talking about area, that means you have to find area. Um, and surface means you need to find the area of every surface of the shape. Okay, every face that you have in a certain shape, you need to find the area for, and then you just add all the areas. Okay, so the easiest way that I can show you this, it will be the way that I'm going to explain it to you. They are formulas. Those formulas are a little confusing. In fact, they're a lot confusing than the way I'm going to show you. Okay, so we have the three shapes that you just did for volume. We're going to do for surface area. And we have a rectangular prism, which is a box. We have a triangular prism and the cylinder. These are the three shapes that we're going to be doing surface area for. Okay, so let's take a look at rectangular prism. Rectangular prism, you have 6 faces. You have the same face on the top, the same face on the bottom. You have the same face on the side and on the other side. Then you have the same face on the front and on the back. If you look at the diagram that I drew here for you, and I even label it top and bottom, they have the same face. If you look at that face, you have that the length is 45 and the width is 25 centimeters. So to find the area, you multiply 45 times 25, and then you need to multiply that by 2 because you have two faces. Okay, so once you find that area, you're going to add it to the other face, which you have the front and the back. And notice that the front, which is right here, is 45 centimeters by, in this case, would be the height, which is 15 centimeters. So you do 45 times 15, and then you multiply that by 2 because you have two faces, the front and the back. And that's going to be added to the area for the first face. Then you're going to do the sides. And if you do the sides, you have this 25 centimeters by 15, and there's two faces. So you multiply 25 times 15 times 2, and you're going to go ahead and get that area. So when I do that, you have that the first face that we have is 2250. The second face is 1350, and the third one is 750. So once you have all the areas, you add all three, and you're gonna get 4350 square centimeters, and that is the surface area, and that's it. All you're gonna do is find the area for every face, and you're gonna add those faces. Let's look at the triangular prism. Now, the triangular prism, you have, again, you have two triangles on the side, and those triangles become the base of the shape. And then you have on the base, on the very bottom, you have a face that is 8 by 12. Notice it's 8 by 12. And you got to be careful here because in this problem, for example, notice they tell you that the height of the triangle is 3 and the base of the triangle is 8. Okay, but if you look at the hypotenuse of that, that makes a right triangle. If you look at the hypotenuse, notice we don't have the length or the width of this rectangle here, or the face on the side. Notice it's an isosceles triangle. So in order for us to find the length, you will have to use Pythagorean theorem. And I'm showing you this on the left, that if you have the height is 3 centimeters, the base, it will be 4, because I'm only taking half of it, right? Half of the triangle. It's a right triangle, so this will be 4 right here, and this other side will be 4. So to use Pythagorean theorem, you're going to use 3 square plus 4 square, which is 9 and 16. You add it up, that's 25, and the square root of 25, that's going to give you 5. That means this side is 5. And notice they telling you that this side is congruent to the other side. So this side right here is 5. Okay? So once we have that, notice that the base The base is 12 by 8, and we only have one of them, the one on the bottom. Then the two sides on this shape, you have that is 12 in length by 5. And I found the 5 by doing Pythagorean theorem. So you have two of those sides, you have two triangles, and what you do next is you find the area. So remember that the formula of a triangle to find the area is 1/2 base times height. So you do 8 times 3 is the whole base of the triangle, 8 times 3 and divided by 2. When you do that, that's 24, and half of 24 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24 because we have two triangles. And then we have the bottom part, which is 12 by 8 is 96. And then we have the other two faces, which is 12 by 5. So it's 12 times 5. And then you multiply that by 2, and that's 120. And then you just add all three, and you're going to get your surface area. Okay. So again, you have to add all the areas of every shape that you have in that prism. Okay. Then let's go to cylinder. So cylinder, you have, remember that a cylinder, if you look at the net, again, you have two circles. So we need to find the area of a circle. And again, to find the area of a circle is pi r square. And then you need to find the area of the rectangle, which remember, because it's a circle, that's circumference. Okay, so that rectangle, if you open it up, it's the same thing as circumference, and circumference is 2 pi r. Okay, that's the distance around if you wrap it up. And then the height of that cylinder is 10. That's why we have 10 over here. Okay, so what would be the formula here? Well, the formula would be pi r squared. That's the area of a circle. And you're going to multiply that by 2 because you have two circles. And then you're going to multiply 2 pi r times 10, and that's going to give you the area for this rectangle. So if you take a look over here, I have 3.14 for pi. The radius is 5, so 5 times 5. This will give you the area for one circle, but because we have two, you multiply it by 2. And then we have 2 pi r, so it's 2, and then the pi, and then the radius, and then multiply that by the height, okay, which is 10, and that gives you 314, and here's 157. So you add those two areas, and you end up with 471, okay? So basically, that is it, okay? So surface area, you're going to find the area for every single face that you have in that shape. So I'm gonna walk you quickly through the um, the IXL that you have to do. And in this case, look how easy. It says, what is the surface area? Well, again, surface area, you have 6 faces. You have 6 faces. So you have to, because it's a square, notice it's 10 by 10 by 10. So basically, you are going to do, if you have one face and you have 6 of them, you have 6 faces because it's a square that is the same, and it's 10 by 10. So 10 by 10 is 100. So you do 100 times, so that's 100, and then you're going to multiply that by 6, okay, which is going to be 600, okay, because they're all the same again. So that would be 600, okay, and that one is easy. So I'm going to step up a level, and in this case, it's a little different. And remember, because this shape, you're going to have 3 different faces. You're going to have the big one, you're going to have the side, okay, the side, and then you're going to have the front, okay, the front of the shape. So the front, I see that this is 20, this is 8. The side is 18 in length. I see that is 8. And the top is 20 by 18. And there you go. So you find the area, multiply length times width, and you got to multiply this by 2 because you have 2 faces. Multiply this by 2 because you have 2 faces, and multiply this by 2 because you have 2 faces. And then you add every single face, and then you're gonna get the surface area. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just showing you how to do it. This will take too much time in the video. I'm gonna walk you through another shape, and all of these are rectangular prism. Okay, now if we take a look at this right here, they give you that it says the surface area of this rectangular prism is, and then they give you that is 131.12. So that's gonna be 131.12, okay, equal to, and then you have, okay, so surface area. And then remember, what you need to do in this case, you need to do your faces, okay? So you do your faces, you have the front, and then you have the side, okay? So if we do the front, we have that this is A by 5.4, A by 5.4. If we do the top, this is 2, and this is 5.4. It's going to be very easy, believe it or not. It looks hard, but it's not. And then you have the top one, which is going to be A by the width, which is 2. Okay? So basically what you're going to do is, again, you're going to, because we have two faces, it's going to be 2 times A times 5.4. Okay? And then plus, you're going to do 2 times 2 times 5.4 because you have two faces again. Okay, and then plus, and you're gonna do a 2 because it's two faces again, and then A times 2. Okay, this is gonna be pretty much, this is the most challenging one that you're gonna find. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and type it here, and I guess typing it might be better. 131.12, that's equal to, and if I multiply 2 times A, that's going to be 2A, and then that's going to be, let me take that back. Let me take that back. If we do A times 5.4, that's 5.4A, so 5.4 times 2, that's 10.8. So this is going to be 10.8. Okay, what happened here? I pressed the wrong thing here. This is 10.8A plus, and then I'm gonna do 2 times 5.4, which is 10.8, and then 10.8 times 2, that's 21.6, 21.6, and then plus, and if I do 2 times A, that's 2A, and 2A times 2 is 4A, and there you go. So now you're gonna combine like terms. So I'm gonna have 131.12. It's equal to, and if I combine, the ones that I could add here is 10.8 plus 4A, that's 14.8A, A plus 21.6. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take away 21.6 from 131. So I'm going to have 131.12 minus 21.6, and that's equal to 109.52. 109.52, it's equal to 14.88. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to divide 109.52 divided by 14.8, and that's equal to 7.4. So 7.4 is equal to A. Okay, so they're asking you what A is, and in this case, it will be 7.4. So let me put that in and see if I get it correctly. And there it is. Okay, so perhaps that will be the hardest one that you're going to get. All right, so make sure you watch this video. If you need to watch it more than once, go ahead and do that. This is it.